and small enough to where we can get through it. But hey, this could be this might not be a short one. I think Dargin has taken sets off of Ben before. I remember Dargin, he was so sad that he threw a Galaga into a forward air spike on Ben, and somehow we lost the footage.
Should be good now.
And he was very sad, but I think he'll have other opportunities here. Ben, looking a little bit, he's not untouchable. I think he had a very, very close set with Sash. That Sash tragically SD'd. Ben still might have won, but it was still very, very close. The thing with Yoshi, he doesn't have a reflector. I think that's something that really keeps Ben accountable, because you reflect his fruit and the hydrant, and especially with Falco, he kicks it out and he does damage to the hydrant. I think somewhere in the teens of percent to get it knocked over, and so the shine can add up, and a lot of times Ben's going to go for a double aerial to try to kick the hydrant forward, and Yoshi can jump over it, but sometimes that gives Ben the chance to get underneath and go for that. So we'll probably see a lot of small strings here and there. We're not going to see a ton of combos. We might see some up tilt up air type of stuff here and there with Yoshi, but he might just try to fish for back airs. Back airs is a pretty solid move. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but has a surprising amount of knockback. So it really keeps people honest. And also, tip out there, don't die up against Yoshi up air. You will die at 110, so watch out for that.
All right. Take notes.
But yeah, so Dargin coming from loser side, lost pretty early to Raging Narwhal, but has made a great losers run. Definitely not an easy losers run. I believe he had to play, he just beat BB in losers semis, and before that he beat Sash, and who went very close with Ben, and I'm pretty sure he had someone else before that. Blitz, okay. The other side, I guess Fushi and Descalay in losers top 8 was a little bit more challenging.
JJ Sauce.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Raging Narwhal. So, okay.
Oh, you call me Mr. Raging Narwhal.
Of course, we're professional here, of course.
The Mr.
Yeah.
Narwhal PhD.
Gotcha. All right, and goes for a landing forward air to bounce the hydrant. I think that might be his main strategy, using aerials to bounce the hydrant over. And as I say that, he just does a little egg roll over there. And yeah, forward air into rising air. That's a real solid just way to rack up damage. Gets the Galaxian, Galaga, whatever you want to call it. The reverse neutral beat. We saw that last set, and Ben automatically adapting right afterwards. So you see something that may not be always in the caliber of players right below this. And dash attack, very interesting move. It's something to where it has a lot of little hits and very low lag at the end. Typically, a dash attack is like, okay, I'm gonna punish that for free. But you really have to watch out for that. Yeah, jab down B is sometimes true, sometimes not, and they're off screen doing God knows what. All right, and maybe tries to mix up landing with a forward air. Ben gets out of the way. Let's see, side B. Maybe could have gone for an up air there. But I guess he just didn't expect Ben to go quite that low. He probably expected Ben to go shorter. And bouncing hydrant just kind of goes straight through him. Yeah, tries to go for bounces off the trampoline. Yeah, it's just very challenging to try to get around the up B. But he does get the Nair. Yoshi Nair. Good move, let me tell you. And he's going to try to go for a throw on the bell into a forward smash, up smash, back air, probably not back air this percent, but yeah. Hydrant. Have you had the privilege of playing against Ben yet, Extreme?
I have. I've played a few friendlies against him.
Hydrant.
You don't want to play around with it.
Yeah, I think that was a forward air into bell, so very solid. That's something that I haven't really seen him do a ton. I know he does it out of shields or just out of standing, like out of a dash dance, but doing it out of a forward air, very smart. And he throws the key through the hydrant. It goes for a jab. Yeah, key is enough to break the threshold for hydrant. Air dodge straight through. That was very brave. Yeah, goes for a back air. Yeah, back air and a forward air. Sometimes works with the DIN, but Ben, why would you DIN if you're at 50? Yeah, I think we can hear Ben where there's a few things here and there that he forgets about. And I think there's still some rust. Ben is doing solid, but even really solid players that have good resumes, they can have rust, especially after a very long time.
Especially. It's been almost a year since real offline.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Yeah, it is nice. Who gets a random footstool into back air, and back air barely kills. All right. And he gets the back air. Back air is something that can kill at later percents. You know, sometimes he barely gets in range of smash. Sometimes he gets a little hesitant of what he wants to do. Sometimes he'll try to go for a back air is more consistent, but smash attacks are a lot stronger. So it looks like what he did played off. He goes for an approaching jab and actually gets some damage. And Pac-Man there, very good option. Out of shield, approaching, it's just very solid. He gets the down air. Yeah, Pac-Man, for having a lot of items, he has some really good aerials. Like it's insane. Like he can do a double forward air out of short hop, forward air, up air. Back air is very strong. Up air maybe is less used one, but still very good. Do you know about Pac-Man and Smash 4 at all?
No, I did not.
Okay, so his grab was notoriously bad. Oh my gosh! Okay.
We have a legit sudden death.
Oh my gosh. So we're gonna do a 1-stock 3-minute. That was insane. So we saw that earlier with Raging Narwhal and Ben, where they both did attack into the trampoline, and they both go into special fall. And that was last stock this time. So, oh my gosh. Do you guys want to set it to 3 minutes, or are you just going to SD twice?
I don't know. You just make a tiebreaker.
Yeah, okay. I think just to be official, they're going to do a 1-stock 3 minutes thing here. Make sure hazard's off. Yeah, you don't see this very often. You maybe see this like once every few months in a random compilation out there. So, you know, the thing is with hits when they are moves when they hit the trampoline, they change the color of it. And once it gets red, if you touch the red, you go into special color, into helpless. So with a multi-move down there like Kirby, which happened earlier with Raging Narwhal, or Yoshi, it's going to go very easily. And I think he was probably trying to do a drag down, maybe not even over the trampoline, but he gets it. And you know, if one of them was a fast faller, one of them might have lost off of that, but they fall pretty equally slow. So it was the exact same time. Maybe there's a few milliseconds, but the game says tie, so that's what we're going off of. All right. So we're going off of game 1.5. 1.75 maybe, because this is the 4 stock out of the 3 thing. I don't really know. All right.
You have some apt intense music.
Ooh, man, whiffs a few things here and there, but yeah. So Pac-Man grab out. Oh my gosh! You gotta be kidding me! This is so scuffed. Oh my gosh. Okay, as I was trying to say, Pac-Man's grab was notoriously bad. It had like little specks of the grab and a lot of dead zones. But in this game, it was buffed a lot. So it can catch spot dodges and is very good. Back throw can kill. Sometimes you can go for some combo throws at a low percent. And, you know, back throw to charge fruit and to try to edge guard. That's a common thing that Ben does. All right. You know, we don't make rule sets very often because we just keep the same ones over and over. So can't blame them too much. All right. Oh my gosh, this is nuts. This is why we stream, you know, for moments like these. It's fun stuff. All right.
Oh yeah.
So.
All right.
Very interesting grand final set already.
Yeah.
I got the first game.
So we're probably gonna see Dargin go for some jump into egg. I a lot of times do go for like a standing egg throw, but it's cool the way he does it is like he kind of follows the egg, and if they get hit, he gets a falling up air, or he gets a or like if they don't get hit, he can sometimes mix up their shield and do some stuff. Ooh, doesn't get the spike hitbox. Probably wouldn't kill either way, but all right, and gets the down B. Very solid. Some jab mix-ups here and there. Oh my gosh, he almost died out of that. Ooh, yeah, up tilt into up air sometimes works. He might not have been quick enough, I'm not sure. Or maybe not enough hit stun. All right, yeah, tries to go with the forward air, but I guess the forward air wasn't enough to hit it. He probably wants to do maybe like a jab or a forward tilt. and goes
There it
for
is.
the landing forward air into the double jump up air. All right, now switch back to 3 stocks. That was
After roughly 3 games, we finally have decided the first game.
now Dargin was the one that initiated the down air into the trampoline, so I guess this was part of his strategy. I think he knew that he didn't want to mess with all this, and he just wants to do 1 stock, and it looks like it
out
worked
for him.
out. So hopefully it doesn't happen 6 more times or 5 more times if he. However, I don't know. Technically, it could happen 9 more times.
Yeah, you
This is
never
just
know.
something that where it's always possible, but very improbable. But with a sandbox fighter like this, you never know what might happen.
So many stupid. I almost died down.
Yeah. So the water can be very pesky in terms of relocating people. Sometimes Pac-Man will drop an item and send it flying. Sometimes, Yoshi almost died from that. That would have been very anticlimactic. An air out of shield. That's something that both these characters have. And landing on top of the hydrant is sometimes it's kind of cool, but you probably don't mean to do it most of the time. And that side B is very difficult. I know certain characters have pretty good spikes if you aim for the little fruit at the beginning, but it's kind of hard to go for. And Yoshi his forward air is good, but sometimes you have to kind of read it, and doesn't quite overextends. But yeah, and tries to go for a down tilt, very quick move, low lag to sometimes send into a tech chase situation or a jab reset, and goes for the recatch on the bell, but I think he gets it. He might have already done that. Ooh, I think
Yeah,
either
that was
that was a
second
DI out on the down B, or that was just a bad hit of it. And that I don't think that would have killed, but landing on the hydrant actually messed up him getting the strong hit. Gets the falling back air, but good DI from Ben, or at least not bad DI. And something that you might see on hydrant is a smash tag is good to get rid of it in 1 hit, but a lot of times Ben wants that, and you'll be in a lot of lag. And gets the jump read on the up air. Yoshi up air, very good. It's pretty solid, especially with his drift. Sometimes you can just read someone's air dodge and just drift with them. And gets the we almost had it again. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he got the bell throw into forward smash. And the thing is, if you ever play Rivals of Aether, there's this character called Raster. He has something called a slipstream. And this is something where it's kind of similar to Pac-Man, where if you don't have the hydrant out, you're probably going to throw it immediately. And so, yeah. And so Dargin's playing pretty aggressive to get rid of the hydrant, but the thing is, Ben is probably just going to get a few hits that put the hydrant right back down. See, there we go. I wonder if people will do stats if there's more time where the hydrant isn't on the stage or more time where it is. I bet it's probably more with it on the stage, which means Ben's got to love the hydrant.
Yeah.
He sometimes posts waifu pics of
He posts quite a
hydrant Sean or whatever.
It's Bunsui.
Yeah, there we go.
Packard is a very
yeah.
strange
And
place.
Ben is not typically that kind of person, but I guess for this character, he goes for that. And goes for the forward smash. His smash attacks are very strong. Like, he doesn't go for down smash very often, but he definitely can get up smash and forward smash and can kill a very low percent, even against a heavy character like Yoshi. And yeah, down B is a solid option. Sometimes the stars can kind of make it hard to punish. But yeah, ooh, the apple is a very strong one. It's one of the earlier fruits, so some people sometimes kind of like underestimate it. But it has a pretty particular angle that can surprise people. And Ben has a pretty solid lead, about to lap Dargin. And maybe could have gone for a nair out of shield against the forward air, but he's still doing good. The thing is, Dargin's just not really able to get a ton going. Like, okay, you might see something here, but the thing is, Pac-Man is just able to get back. And he even has a hitbox on his B. That makes it even more challenging. And gets either the first or second hit of back air into a jump read, up air. So it's not over yet. I think Ben's just really going to try to play it patient. He maybe doesn't want the hydrant there. I'm not sure. Well, it's gone now, so he might ledge jump and do a. Okay, I expected him to do a ledge jump into a hydrant, but I guess he's playing a little more conservative. He's just wanting that bell. He gets one recatch and puts the hydrant down to charge some more. You might see this sometimes with Steve, where he puts up a block to mine. That's kind of a similar process where Like, it's not always about being aggro. And he somehow gets the landing on top of the hydrant. I don't think that technically counts as a hit, so the hydrant kind of stays there. It's very strange. A lot of weird interactions here. And gets the up air. Avoids the landing there. Maybe could have gone for a read. Ooh. Yeah. And Yoshi forward tilt, a very good combo move. His tilts like that are very solid in terms of leading into things like an up air, sometimes a air dodge read. And gets a back throw, but Yoshi, he's a big boy, and actually uses the egg to recover on stage. Now that's something where the ledge is safe, but you also have to get back on stage. So okay, maybe he goes for the ledge jump a little too early. I wonder, one thing that I've seen Yoshi's do is they use down B to get onto the ledge. He doesn't quite do that. Playing very safe. Ooh.
Oh, this might be it. Oh,
yeah, and the thing is, like, it's good for getting low percents if you can read it, but sometimes at the high percents, there's just so much time to whether they mash or don't mash, and it's just really tricky. And yeah, he jumps over the hydrant, pretty smart, wants to play safe.
Oh, I threw that so hard! Ah!
Yeah, I imagine Yoshi didn't mean to go for the side B, but then throws in return, and somehow lives to 184 and gets the up air. So, pretty solid from Dargin. These two probably haven't played in a while. They might have played online, but in person, I can't remember the last time. It's probably been a year. So it's, as they say, a real slobber knocker. It's it means good set in the dictionary. That's exactly what it means. Not quite, but yeah. I've also heard the term barn burner. That's a Hugs 86 special. This is a real barn burner. A real what's another one? Synonym for good set.
Gear turner, I don't know.
A gear turner. This will grind my. Look, that's a negative thing. Grind my gears. Let's not get too deep down that euphemism trail, but all right. And so we have Northern Cave, kind of like Kalos, but a little bit different, a little bit edgy. Kalos is the PG version. This is the PG-13 version.
Wholesome walled Kalos versus edgy Northern Cave.
Thank you. And this is one thing where there are platforms on the side, but it's kind of like empty in the middle. So one thing that I like this stage because of the platforms, but like sometimes without middle platforms, it's easy to catch landings. So that's one thing that's kind of a trade-off. Platforms are good to go off of. You can help recover, but also in the middle, it might be not the best. So maybe, and also a little bit of a bigger stage. Yeah. So maybe something that Ben wants to go for.
And then also on this stage, compared to Kalos, the platforms are actually lower, so that it makes it easier if Ben wants to camp on a platform. It'd be a lot easier because it's lower to the ground.
Oh, okay. I actually didn't know the dimensions. Yeah, a little bit late on the forward air, but doesn't get punished. It actually goes into better position. Sometimes you can bait out your opponent, getting a either trying to counterattack or doing an evasive move, or think that they're safe and actually counterattack them. And, all right, goes for the throw out of shield. That's something that some characters have. And very silly interaction there. I wonder why he puts a hydrant there. I feel like it might be just a safe type of thing where you just want to get back on stage. But it's probably not something he can use very well. Dargin catches it. He gets another hit. And I know sometimes you can go for a rising egg into a double jump option. He just plays it safe and doesn't get... gets the last hit, so it doesn't kind of do like a semi-spike or like a drag down, whatever you want to call it. And Ben with the landing aerial gets out of it. He maybe could have died, but yeah, he goes for a turnaround out of shield. A little bit of a tricky option if you're not super comfortable with it. But Ben, the veteran of his character, he played Pac-Man in Smash 4, and I think he played Pac-Man very early into Ultimate, and it's been very solid with him. He was actually a Link main in Smash 4, also played a little bit of Wii Fit, which he can still play those characters a bit, but definitely Pac-Man being better in this game has assisted him in his rise to LU stardom, as some might say. But yeah, tries to go for the landing forward air. You know, it may not be a into an up air at this percent, but it gets the down air off the top. That's one of the silliest kills. You know, it's a very silly aerial with how much damage you get. It's hard not to throw out down airs all the time, I must say. It's very tempting. It's like, I could do an air and get like 6% or whatever. Or I could get a down air and get like 30. That's like a fourth of a stock, man. I just want to do that. and you can cross up so much, you can make them drop shield too early. And we probably see a back throw into charged fruits. Yep, what I tell you. And uses the egg to actually go above the platform. Make Ben think that he is going onto the platform, but actually gets center stage. And a little bit of skipping, and he uses the forward air on the hydrant. Yeah, maybe tries to go for an upper. The thing is, a lot of these things are just going to end up being like 1 or 2 hit streams. They're not going to go for a ton. And he actually, he might go for stuff, but gets the hydrant out of his stun. Kind of similar to what we might see out of a plant of a Patooey out of his stun. Something if you think your opponent's going to overextend, just throw it out. A little bit like a stall and fall, but less risk, I would say, because something like a Yoshi down B, or like maybe an Ike Crom up B, something like that. A Kirby down B, stuff like that, where it's like high risk, medium reward. But with Hydrant, it's actually pretty low risk because, okay, what are they going to do? Avoid it or hit it? You're going to be safe either way. It's hard to read it. So tries to go for the up air, barely avoids that from Ben. Yeah, he goes for the dash jack into forward tilt. That's something he goes for a lot. And yep, he's setting up his little camp and trying to get some good items. And gets the he does a no fast fall back air to maybe think that he made Ben think that he was going to fast fall and not get the hits. And they're just hanging out up there, I gotta say. And Lanier out of shield, very solid option for Ben. And they are talking to each other mid-game. You don't always see this, but these two are very, very cheery folk, I must say. Very friendly. Maybe not in-game, but out-of-game. Very nice. Very nice gentleman, I must say. And uses the trampoline to do a not as high jump. Yoshi's double jump is very, very tall. But using the trampoline, he actually gets to ledge. So pretty smart option there. It goes for the orange, I think is what it's called, something like that. It is orange, so I'm gonna call it that
as well.
Goes for the back air into Nair. But the thing is, if you do a rising Nair, it has a big hitbox, but if they space around it, you have a lot of lag. All right, yeah, he's probably going for a key. The key will break the hydrant and get a lot of damage. Pretty even in percent, but Ben has an extra stock in tow, but not anymore. The hydrant bounces and hits him in the face. And we've seen Dargin have some deficits, but still make it back before. So certainly not out of it. And they are talking to each other. Let me tell you, talk to him. And yeah, he tries to go for the neutral B into down air. It's a quick 30+% if you can get it. But the positioning didn't quite work so well. Maybe that's why he landed it, because he didn't expect him to go for it. Only got 8% for it. Goes to the Nair out of shield, but then he gets his shield out in time. And the down air is a solid option. You can use it for edge guarding to get down. Somehow avoids it. I don't know how Vinny's alive right now, frankly. He avoided an apple. Yeah.
There we go.
Probably both the back air and the hydrant individually would have killed him, but both will definitely secure it.
I'm gonna go ahead and head out, Jay.
All right, games man, good run today.
See you later.
See ya. Mr. Narwhal has left the building.
Yeah. All right, respect here. Gotta love it. I think Northern Cave is instead of Palos. And
I really like Northern Cave.
I do. I like them.
yeah. So there's been a lot of debates with rule sets. We've been using what Virginia Tech uses because they're our brethren to the west. But some people kind of have hot takes here and there. I think it's fine. If we have more consistent tournaments, we can figure it out. But for right now, stages play a little bit of a part, but stages are probably not going to change the game too much. But it's more about stage picks individually.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're gonna see some platform play. Pac-Man trying to get away. Because if you're on a platform, yeah, your opponent can kind of be underneath and shark you, but sometimes you can read what they're doing and counterattack and just be higher and get a drop on them. And gets a forward tilt. Not a lot of damage there, but sometimes it's all just about nickeling and diming until you can get a string or a kill confirm with a belt. Yeah, goes for a jump nair from ledge. It's really good because it comes out pretty fast. That's why it's a good out of shield option. Maybe could have gone for an up air there out of the single hit of back air. But yeah, gets technically the sour hit of forward air, but that's not weak, let me tell you. Sometimes you actually prefer to go for that because you don't want to spike your opponent onto the stage at 180. You would rather kill him off the side. So all about how you use it. And yeah, so Pac-Man being known for being a projectile character, and Yoshi eggs maybe not being amazing, but they're enough to make your opponent frustrated and just get a little damage here and there. And yeah, you'll see Ben do things like he'll throw an item, re-catch it, and sometimes charge it more. That's a nice little mix-up because an apple that almost kills Yoshi, pretty heavy, but that's a mix-up he does a lot. So Vinny's actually winning this game and is up in the set. What do you think some of the key things he's been doing to help him get ahead of Ben?
You know, I know I don't have too much experience, so it's hard for me to tell, but I can tell that definitely being more careful with the Galaga, because sometimes he would shield and he'd be safe, then he'd jump up and the Galaga would come up and hit him, and that'd give Ben an opportunity to follow up. So I think being more careful with just watching what projectile he's mixed up with, or one that just keeps him. So I'd say just watch the projectiles more, which I think he, of course he is.
Yeah,
And he's on top of keeping the hydrant.
Yeah, he's not always staying out of risk, but like he's doing well enough where it's not like where you might see someone play him Ben round 1 and they're not even getting through to like playing Ben really. They're just, oh my gosh. As I say that, he kind of gets pwned there. To use some old lingo. Somehow catches the strawberry with the tip of his nose probably. But yeah. So other people they lose to Ben because of just Pac-Man things they don't know about. You can call them maybe noob slayers, or pretty much things like key breaking hydrants, bell setups. They don't know what bell does or the angle that it goes, or that can be caught again like that, which still might work in grand finals of our tournaments. But things like that, to where Vinny's doing solid enough, but occasionally there's mix-ups that Ben will use that will help him do that. And goes for the up tilt trade, but still in a favorable position. Actually gets the Galaga last hit into an aerial. Yeah, I kind of saw that neutral be coming, I must say. Ben probably could have just kept his distance. And yeah, we're skipping around a little bit, but we're hanging in there. Yeah, maybe could have kept his distance, charged some fruits. But all right, well, Ben's actually doing very well. Dargin was winning earlier in this game, but he has a decent percent lead and gets the nair with the water to kind of get some stage control. Yeah. All right, and he's going for a forward air, pretty solid option. Tries to go for the up air off the top. With being that close, he might have killed. I'm not sure. Pac-Man, kind of a midweight, not super heavy. Goes for an up air just to kind of get some damage, charge some fruit. Let's see. And yeah, he's going for. He tried to go for a grab, doesn't quite get enough range. And he's probably going to go for a bell here. Yep, and he goes for bell in a forward smash. Solid performance from Ben. We have set 5, or not set 5, game 5, set 1.
Maybe a set 2. You don't
So
know.
this could be a reverse 3-0. We're kind of like a reverse. It was technically with the whole tie break thing. It's very convoluted. I'll just report it normally, but I think the details of the set are very interesting because a lot of times with a tie, you give each person 1 point. So is this actually 3-3 right now? I mean, we don't know. Like, it's very nondescript. Okay, goes back to town. Okay, no, Ben, you have so much to live for, man. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, they probably picked the wrong one to have pause off because you never know if you're mashing and accidentally press that button, you have to forfeit a stop.
Yeah.
So, wow. Vinny resets the bracket. Very solid. JV3. Fadeaway back air. But just trying to mix it up a little bit. Sometimes a falling up air like that, not an option I do a ton, but I think I see it sometimes and it could really work pretty well. We see some more trampoline shenanigans. That was a lower trampoline than previous, but with a generous ledge grab, that ended up being enough. Maybe, yeah, he actually goes for a B reverse neutral B on recoveries. He actually got it against Ash, I saw off stream, which to get it against the Firebirds, you have to be pretty risky with that. But yeah, maybe he wanted to look for maybe a jab into a down B, gets a falling back air,
I am so bad. I literally
and somehow drifts off stage. That you don't see that very often in a grand finals. Maybe see that more in a redemption bracket, but hey, it's all good. Yeah, the thing is, it's so funny when someone tries to parry one of Yoshi's new multi hits, and then they just get hit with like the rest of the things. Like you did good, but you maybe saved 2%. Like. So yeah, he's doing a lot of jump into egg instead of just a normal egg, and I think that's really giving him a good chance to follow it. Actually interrupts the bell. I think the bell is something that could have been pretty solid, but he gets the apple a nice, the bell is something that you have to use a move afterwards, but the apple is just good on its own. Yep, and gets the 0 to 40. Ooh, and gets the up tilt extension. That's some, he's watched some Pac-Man VODs, let me tell you. And gets the back air out of shield. Yeah, it just seems like Pac-Man, he just has a lot of quick options. Is he going to get back? Ooh, and actually hitting him gives him back his side B.
Okay.
And, unfortunately, he didn't get, he didn't get a kill, but then he evening it up for the most part. It's very, very close. Yeah, he goes for the reverse forward air. Maybe tried to spike, but hits the hydrant. I don't really know what he was going for there, but he's still looking solid. Yeah, he wants to avoid the bell. Thankfully, he gets out of the way. He goes for the rising forward air, so he doesn't quite get the up air follow-up. But yeah, and the hitbox on the up B is really, really pesky. And yeah. Yeah, and gets the forward smash. Wow. So looking like it's the last stock potentially of this tournament. But Vinny, pretty close. Could just get this maybe with a falling back air, with a forward air into up air. A lot of things that he could go for. Just got to be careful not to get hit with a Galaxian into just a crazy combo. Yeah, seems like Dash Tech's really good at catching spot dodges, and gets this again a sour spot of forward air, but it ends up working out better than if he got the sweet spot. All right, so who you got? I'm thinking Ben got this.
I don't know. I feel like Dargin has. I mean, he's done some impressive comebacks in this set already. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely not over. I don't know why he air dodged there, or maybe he just wanted to play safe, but he maybe could have gone falling up air. I know he goes A into up air a lot. And I don't know if he has his jump back. This close, he's gonna. Oh wow, he might have been dead. Oh my gosh, we have another down air into the trampoline. Unfortunately, does not work out for Dargin. Good stuff from Ben. Solid 3-2 victory. Thank you everyone for tuning in. It's a pleasure commentating. I know Extreme commentated, Raging Narwhal, Cody, Absol Knight. We got some people up in here. First stream in a while, for a weekly. But thanks everyone for hanging out. VODs will be up soon. Check us out in Discord. Peace out.
Peace out.